before the Hoosiers pulled away.
Nordermeer with that serve for Northwestern.
And another kill for Tatum. Avery Tatum getting involved early.
But the key to volleyball is momentum. And if you keep on killing your own momentum like this with service errors from the Hoosier side, they're just not going to get very far.
Dug out by El Nadi. Another free ball for Indiana. Pass far side, quick kill. Indiana, what a finish. Tatum back to serve. Yet another free ball for Indiana. Northwestern's been out of rotation, and it comes to cost them. Gray there again for another kill.
And how they have the team first mindset. He says they don't care who gets the kill or the shine, they just want to win. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Kelsey, as we return after the timeout. Hoosiers snag another one. Big lead in this first set, being resilient.
So kind of wondering where that defense is going right now from right as we see that one go to the back left in El Nadi.
Finally received well for Northwestern, and they take advantage. Players in this match.
Well, yeah, you got Kristovic from Serbia. You got El Nadi from Cairo.
After Kristovic's serve, good kill for Hazan. Jager to serve. Middle pass, finished off. Nordermeer, float serve. Back pass. Sporting their pink for the Dig Pink match.
Breast cancer awareness is always important, and we're glad that the Hoosiers are showing it off right now.
Right back to serve once more. Received by Audrey Jackson, sent over. Quickly going forth. Jackson diving, can't reach it. Northwestern on the brink of coming back. But she had the right idea, Mike.
I totally thought that was it. That's my mistake. Thank you, Nick.
El Nadi saves one that might have been out. Tip drill. Hoosiers come up with it.
Keep it clean. You got to keep it inside.
She's had good opportunities, just hasn't been able to execute. Dug out by El Nadi. Pass forward.
For those hands and make their defense go for it.
Pass to the middle. CAC, another kill for Indiana. Talked about, he thought he was going to have a ton of depth at that middle blocking position. But you mentioned it, Borsima goes down. And they didn't need it that time. As Maddie Sell finally gets involved.
Unless you're really lucky, that goes straight to your center.
El Nadi fires. Indiana up front.
I did. Yes, they're very tall.
They are quite a force to be reckoned with. They haven't been as clean blocking today, as you mentioned, Mike, but maybe starting to get in rhythm and regroup after the loss on Friday. Corseas again, just too easy. It was the first time the Hoosiers have let a team hit above 300 all season. El Nadi's serve catches the net, does sneak over. Corseas again.
I think what Northwestern right now could really use is just a middle kill that puts it down.
Hoosiers lofted over. Free ball for Indiana. And there's a middle kill by the Hoosiers, not the Wildcats, Mike.
But Corthea is coming back to serve, and she's been hot from the line and hot from the front row. Let's see what she does now.
Instead, Northwestern all even.
That's
Jackson receives, middle kill. Corseas.
Out of that back row, and they're not going to let Northwestern lead. Due to some health complications, because she's come back, and Steve Beard is excited to have her in rotation.
Dug out, flicked over by El Nadi. Another soft touch from Sell. Northwestern, again, the Hoosiers fighting it off. Swung on and dug out by CAC. And too much doing.
Good pickup from right.
Elnani swings it. Still looking for their best start in Big Ten play ever. As Tatum knew she had a kill right away. Too much velocity.
And Indiana wants to pull away with it and close this one out.
Drew right to serve. Deceptive hit there, but the Wildcats were ready for it.
Krejcikovich's tip over. She saw she had the opening, but Wildcats recovered.
Right serve off the net. Between the blockers, Alonso Corses.
Her season high is 43 assists against Valparaiso.
Haven't mentioned Carter's name too often. She leads the team in assists and service aces. Dug out by CAC, softly over, diving dig Wildcats. Free ball now for Indiana. Avery Tatum swings. Comes directly back to her, and she's gonna get another chance. She plays it soft and plays it smart. Back home next week. But focused on what they have to do to try and steal a victory away from a ranked Indiana squad. This will help. They get one out of system. Elnani buries it. Big kill for Northwestern. Jump serve. Right to the middle set. And Avery Tatum sneaks it around the block. Indiana 2 points away. Serves it to Indiana's back line. Quickly turned on and finished off by the Hoosiers.
Vic Gray with a great turn kill.
It was Northwestern that took the second set. That was the lone set they won at Welsh Ryan Arena back at home. Everybody on their feet. 25-24, Indiana up 2-0. Dug out. Here come the Hoosiers. Jaden Jagger finishes the match.
To close it out, that is Jagger's 9th kill. And the Hoosiers will take it in the sweep 26-24.
Today. Now, obviously, every team wants to incorporate their middle, but especially today when you have some pretty decent defenses on both sides of the net.
Well, I was always going to want to incorporate Sharday Van Zandt, but gosh, Anna, again, the Rutgers middle attack. This time it's Zora.
Her hands to the ball because the pass wasn't perfect, but being able to capitalize and better the ball in an instance like that, that's how you ultimately succeed.
Maxwell, the swing from the back row for Rutgers, and Whittingstall clubs that ball down. Wasn't the cleanest hit, but it goes for an Iowa point.
So Rutgers able to run a really in-tempo set to that left side pin.
Bolin the serve, and the overpass is cleaned up by Garvey. She's got back-to-back kills.
Fine, I'm not going to do my full blocking approach to that pin, but I'm going to adjust to be athletic.
On the full block approach for Worden, she's only 5'11", and she was up and over the net. Amaral dumps it over for Iowa, and here come the Hawkeyes. Well, it was 117-11 here in the first set. 4 straight for Iowa to make this close. Byzantine dug by Moisio. Amaral picks out Worden, and she terminates. For Robinson, that's her second kill, and now Lily Bolin with the serve. Fares, big swing, and she puts it down.
Cole, she's targeting Byzantine to make her work a little bit harder because she's a 6 rotation player.
Big swing, Garvey. Tapped down by Maxwell. Point Rutgers, Maxwell has 4.
Fine, I can do that and send it to no man's land in that corner.
And Hardison dunks it down. 3rd kill for Zora Hardison. Serves Byzantine, the pass to Bolin. Hardison off the block, kept alive by Iowa. Worden into the deep corner. Bolin serves, a good serve, pass by Worden. In the middle, Stoyanovich dug by Dutton. Byzantine flies in out of the back row and puts it away to tie us up in the second set.
I like that. We haven't seen that yet today, so Iowa wasn't ready for it. I mean, what a dig. Where's the ball coming from? I don't know what to do.
I like that analogy. Fares swings and plants it right in front of De La Mater. Although, as I talk
It's
myself through
Sunday.
that, it's Sunday, so
I
it's
know,
not a.
so it doesn't count.
It doesn't count. My apologies. Weekday matches only for the Discover Volleyball Channel. Here's Worden on the swing. Robinson blocked, kept alive by Bolin, and she stays out of the net. Garvey with a real crafty tip to win the point for Rutgers. Stojanovic the serve. That's in. Garvey the point. And Rutgers fights off an Iowa set point. But they're down 2-0, but in control of the third. Amaral on the slide to Whittingstall. De La Mater over to Byzantine. Amaral swings and puts away her 4th kill. Byzantine with that dangerous serve. Iowa wins the point. How did they do that? Marquardt again, just on a running riot behind the service line. Loisio, what a dig. Van Zandt blocked, it's tipped over. Incredible.
Of the Ohio Prep talent. There's a tough serve, but it was nicely dug by Jillian Grimes, the libero, and then a cut shot.
Coming into this one.
And they lost some great talent from their national titles team, and that's a great answer. That ball was not really played according to plan, but it still worked. And the first set performance for Ohio State would be really important to try to get in this game. Grimes moving to her left, and that libero jersey showing why she is such a highly regarded player. And they work it to Carolyn Jaravicius. And now she'll go again after one ace. Ball skimmed the tape, a joust. It is pushed over by Mia Tuman in the middle, but that just allows them to set up Martin for another kill on the right side. Go behind the 10-foot line and the swing wide. A comeback as Hasbrook, their libero, making the serve, goes short, but Penn State sets it up perfectly for the kill by Nichols. Yoder again for the set. Swept over by Emmy Selman. Back the other way to Gunesh, and the kill! And Ohio State has taken the first set from Penn State in their next matchup, and they certainly have done that. The way they came back from being down, got to give them a lot of energy, and they started off well as the quick in the middle, Kaya Castle. Hasbrook, they were down 20-22, won it, and now they have the first of the second set, but
Once again, and that time she couldn't dig it out. Jaravicius collects the kill.
Webker passes the serve. They go over on the second touch, then right back over on the right. And Gunesh is playing well in the back row. They set for Webker, and she comes down with the kill to tie it at 2.
The advantage, and now their third ace of this match right here. Penn State also has 4 service errors as well from the line, so the Nittany Lions definitely looking to clean up the service line.
Errors and aces can go a long way to making a difference, but there's a great line shot by Jaravicius. She had a career-high 20 kills in the national championship.
Off those hands, and the joust ended up going in favor of Ohio State right there.
Yoder to the net, quick set in the middle, and Lyon found Hop, a freshman. They have a number of young players trying to fill some big shoes on the squad. Out on the left again to Gunesh. The block converges there. They try it again. That block is all over the place. That is Nichols, who covered that one in the middle, then down the line. We were at 20-all in the first set. We're not far from that here in the second. Jaravicius. Hasbrook moved to her left to play it. Now Webker. Big swing by Gunesh. The block is there. Jaravicius, but then tipped over on that second ball by Tuman. And so now Ohio State trying to go up 22-20. Tuman on the serve. Jaravicius came down with a vicious swing down the line to tie it at 21. Kennedy Martin, 6'6" junior. Big serve, but pass by Staller. Over for Webker. Up by Grimes on a great dig. Across to Jervicius, and she bombs it. And Penn State takes the lead. I thought Ohio State had a good chance to convert earlier, but Grimes, see, they're just trying to give her that little extra from the bench. She goes in the direction of Grimes. She passed it well. Martin is just soaring through the air like an eagle. And when that happens, you're in trouble. And it's 25-23. Penn State escapes, going down 2-0. Hasbrook again. This time goes down the other line. Yeah, they work at the Jervicius. Blocked in the middle. Martin, Penn State was already celebrating, but Ohio State able to bump it back over. It is a free ball, though, in the middle to Nichols. And the kill. And that's what happens when you have to scramble to get the ball back over. Mendelson was an outstanding basketball player from Ogden, Utah. She actually played both ways. She played 2 sports in Nebraska. And there's the kill by Martin. That's what kept Ohio State as close as they are here so far in the 3rd set. Yoder across the tip, and it goes for the kill by Mendelson. Here were Mendelson's basketball numbers in high school or last year. Lyon to serve. Hasbrook dove to her left to keep it aloft. And a big swing and a kill by Gauthier. So one more E20 aces on the year. And she's going for it on that one, but Grimes is able to keep it up. And they go out to the right, and Martin, that's the way to get back in. Strong blocking. Can not only win points for you, but can get your team going. Again, they go to Martin in the back, and again, she converts. That's a close football score. But in volleyball, at 24 and you're down 7, that's tough. Martin, that's it, with that radar-like accuracy. Does it again. Playing without Hannah Jones, they're trying to do it by committee. And they've done a pretty good job of it. In the middle, though, and Mendelson, she saw a wide open spot, just put the ball there. Webker started off strong here in the 4th. The slide to Mendelson, another tip. Kept up in the air by Gunes, and the kill by Gauthier, and it is 4-3. Ohio State's moved back out in front. Getting points on the other team's service errors. It doesn't take long for one team to take over. Overpass. Selman was just waiting for that one. Served up on a platter. Tough serve. Another overpass and another one. So they gave her a platter for breakfast and another one for lunch. Served by Tuman. Jervicius passed it. Martin, if you get a good pass of that serve and you can get the ball cleanly to Martin. 12-9. Hasbrook negotiates that serve. Webker with a big rip for the kill. Foul Dudo.
That's now 3 times here in this set that she has made Ohio State pay.
And again, Martin was the one who set it up. First with the dig, then with the swing. And Selman with the put away. Going over cagily on the second ball there, Addie Lyon. And they've cut down their own errors, and I think that's one of the reasons why they're winning as decisively as they are this time. Quick in the middle and finished off nicely by Ashley Carr.
First kill of the game for Hansen, and Minnesota leads 1-0. Serve there from McKenna Garr. Gophers one more time, and finding the floor is Carly Gilk. 18th service ace of the season for Julia Hansen. Free ball now for the Gophers. Tapped over by Myers. Grace Heaney on the outside with the finish on that last one. So point Minnesota, it's 8-4 now. Minnesota's been very successful on that outside, but Grace Heaney with the response and finding the floor. Kelly Kinney, the 6'2" freshman from West Palm Beach, Florida, with the hammer. She's having a stellar year after making the move back to the right side. Kane sends it away. Nice dig there from Kane in the back row.
Woolard taps it again. Minnesota's there. Hansen. And Hansen splits the uprights and finds the floor. He's made a lot of defenses look silly here this season, and now Sienna Foster, 5'9" redshirt freshman, sends it away. And a monster swing on the outside. A little side-eye look from Myers to Charles saying, hey, young buck, I used to run things here. And that one is sky high. McAleer into the table. Anderson gets it over. Oh my goodness. But Minnesota responds. Stella Swenson with the dump. Dave Shondell earning his 500th program victory. We could go. And now a free ball for Purdue. Trying to make it 3 in a row. Heaney with the tap. Gophers keep it up. Cash Anderson. Anderson off the block, and it's three in a row for Purdue. It's 15-12, and Woolard still behind the service line. Boiler block engaged. Minnesota trying to figure it out. And they do. Long arms, long reach. Gophers try to catch the Boilers sleeping. Woolard out of the back row, and she just taps it in. McAleer sends it away. Gophers trying to keep it up. And they do, but a free ball for Purdue. Grace Heaney with the heat seeker out of the right side. It's 16-14 now. Heaney hitting 4 for 6, hitting .667 here early on. Gophers having some issues with the serve from McAleer. Off high hands. Heaney again. Back to back. Grace Heaney cuts the Gopher lead to 1. Heaney heating up after the last 2. And another free ball for Purdue. We'll see if Heaney gets 3 in a row. Cash Anderson. Anderson's like the American Express card, never leave home without it. Gophers trying to cut into this 4-0 run. Back to Anderson. And Grace Heaney's on fire.
I'm sure he would tell you, and anybody on the coaching staff would tell you, that a season like this, a Coach of the Year season, is not done alone. As Kathy Jewell is so important to this team. 3 points away, 3-point lead.
Back to Woolard. Minnesota block engaged. Woolard again. Not a good pass, had to readjust and tap it over. A free ball for the Gophers. And then a monster swing on the outside from Hansen. Transferred from Miami. What a culture shock that must be. From California, played at Miami, now in Indiana. Monster swing on that outside. Foster, a native of Lafayette, Indiana. And Lourdes Myers says, how do you do? Tied for 4th in program history with a hit percentage of .818 against Minnesota last season.
We're seeing Georgia Lee with the serve today.
Grace Heaney with the kill. McAleer also came into the matchup here this afternoon. Tied for 4th in the Big Ten Conference, and digs as she digs that one up. And then a monster swing from Hansen. And now the freshman from West Palm Beach, Florida. Gophers are rolling here today. Foster kisses the tape, but he gets over. Myers didn't get all of it. Boilers up for the challenge. And not on that one. Big swing and a finish. Gillick with 2 digs and a block, looking for a service ace to the tally. Taylor Anderson goes sneaky on the setter dump. A lot more activity out of Taylor Anderson in those setter dumps. It's not a lot of points, but it makes the difference. You see there the difference right now for the Gophers. McAleer to serve. Confusion between the Gophers. Boilers have a chance. Game, set, match.
No doubt
Cash
about that one.
Anderson says thanks for coming.